Beautiful people. What is going on? Happy Wednesday. I'm excited to come your way once again with this video. Super grateful to be alive. Super grateful to God to be alive. And today I want to talk about taking the path less traveled. So, some time ago, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, when I first got started with online business and learning a lot about just doing well in life, just being successful at life, that I came across this course, this mini course I took on Udemy. And it talked about how, rich people become rich, right? I was really interested. So I took that course and I went through the different modules. And one of the videos that I still remember till this day was where the guy was talking about, if you want to become wealthy, you don't do what everybody does. You don't, everybody tends to consume. Most wealthy people are not just consumers; they're also creators. They're putting things out in the world. Um, you know, and there were different things that he laid out, but that really stood out to me because there are paths that are always well traveled. Many people have gone that way, down that way. Many people have tried that way. It's a true and tested path. And then there are paths that nobody has tread on because those paths are difficult. Those paths take more effort. Those paths are paths that not a lot of people know about. But if people, successfully blaze those trails, they end up becoming, the mavens and the mavericks of society, right? The mavericks, I guess, of society. And so it really taught me about taking a path that is not well traveled. So, for instance, most of the people from my town where I grew up in Ghana are not necessarily on YouTube doing YouTube videos. In fact, very few people may be doing a whole bunch of YouTube videos, let alone even try to do daily videos. It's a path less traveled. And so it makes you stand out. It makes people pay more attention. It makes people say, huh, she's probably up to something. She's probably doing something. And then what that does is that because it's something that not a lot of people are doing, it opens up opportunities for you, opportunities that otherwise would not come to you as a result of you blazing a trail, as a result of you taking the path that is less traveled, as a result, even when I was doing my PhD. So this is a perfect story for that. When I was doing my PhD, right, guys, I remember somebody, and in hindsight, I think the person was coming from a really good place. They were really just trying to give me advice. And he was like, well, PhDs don't make that much money. Why are you wasting your time going to do a PhD? Just why don't you just quit this and then find something else to do? And yeah, back then, most of the people that I knew were in pharmacy school, or, a few of them had gone to medical school. A lot of them were in nursing school or were nurses. And I became a nurse myself because I was trying to follow somebody else's path. But that's a whole other story. Even though I really did enjoy nursing, later on I realized that maybe I shouldn't have done that. But, taking the path that's less traveled meant that I was still going to continue with my PhD. It meant that people would look at me and say, I don't know why you're wasting your time. But it also meant that certain opportunities came to me that didn't come to all the other people I know that took the other paths that were so well traveled. So don't be afraid to take a path that is less traveled. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to, and sometimes when people say don't be afraid to be different, I feel like people take that also in a another way and then try to be like super extra. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about taking, sometimes when you're on a particular path, it will seem like you are by yourself. In fact, I was reading a book on leadership, The Art of Leadership, a really, really good book by Bishop Dag Heward-Mills. And he was talking about the fact that most leaders are lonely people, right? Because usually you're the only one doing what you're doing currently in your organization, in your church, in your school, in wherever, When you are a leader of something, when you are the first person to do something, you're pretty lonely. But to not be afraid of that, and completely embrace that loneliness, because eventually it pays off. Eventually the organization grows, eventually the church grows, eventually the business grows, and then people begin to laud you, and people begin to want to interview you as the person that broke the ice and made the difference. So I don't want, if you're listening to me today, if you stumbled upon this video, hey there, my name is Gertrude Nant. I'm a blogger. I'm the owner of myonlinebizjourney.com. And on this channel, I talk mostly about side hustles, but on a daily basis, I come here and post motivational, encouraging videos just so that you can live a more effective life. And today I just wanted to talk about traveling the path that is less traveled, because eventually that's going to be the reason why you get interviews. It's going to be the reason why people pay attention to you. It's going to be the reason why you get brand deals and other people don't. It's going to be the reason why, people look up to you, because nobody ever said, hey, that's that woman over there or that guy over there, they're not doing anything. I mean, I'm not saying that you cannot live your life in quietness and peace. Please, if that's what you want, do that. I know some of us are super introverts and that's the life we want to live, but I'm just saying that if you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, you want to be a blogger, YouTuber, whatever, a leader in your space, take the path that is less traveled. That's the path that will get you noticed. That's the path that will, put you in the place where you need to be. So that's what I wanted to share. Thanks for joining me. If you like this video, make sure to thumbs it up. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so that you can get all my, and also the bell beside the subscribe button, so that every time I put out a new video, you can come over and watch it. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.